All right, I'm on, but I don't necessarily engage in it, and I haven't in years. The Wing Chun forum on Facebook. I watch it. I look at the questions. I look at the discussions, and they're the same things as they were when I was talking on it 7 years ago. So it's repetitive. You know, could Bruce Lee beat Mike Tyson? Who's got real Wing Chun? And I guess I have to respect that because you've got new generations of guys coming up all the time. I was blessed enough to be in the number 6 and number 7 issues of Wing Chun Illustrated. I had 2 articles that were in there. And I'm looking at the new publications that are coming out, and I'm like, I don't even know who these guys are anymore. That's how far removed I am from the Wing Chun community by choice. I spoke to a guy years ago, one of Dave Meadows' only real certified student. His name is Grant. And I reached out to him, and it's not that he was standoffish. He was extremely respectful, but he's like, dude, I have no part of the Wing Chun community. I will never teach publicly. And the guy's got some great firsthand knowledge of an art that is going to be lost very soon. But I get it. We spoke very briefly, and from what I gathered, you know, he was embarrassed of the Wing Chun community, and in a lot of ways, so am I. But I'm still a part of it. So one of the questions that I saw, and you have to understand, if you get involved on the forums, it's always going to be opinion, and nobody, I don't care who it is, and everybody comes back to the age-old statement, well, let's spar. Show me sparring. And that's where one of the things I got away from Wing Chun was the bullshit incessant, I don't see you sparring in your videos. How the fuck can that prove anything? You can't. And a lot of guys who have never been in a fight will never understand it. And the first thing to define is, what's a fight? Well, a fight is a very bad thing. It's a very brutal, although at times necessary thing. And you will know when you've been in a fight, when at the end result of it, whether or not you've taken your ass beating or you've given an ass beating, you feel horrible. Horrible. Because of what you're able to do to another human being. And a lot of people out there have no fucking clue what a fight is. And yeah, I was involved in 4 a.m. bars for years, and I was a cop that was in a suburb in between Milwaukee and Chicago, and we got all of their stuff. So do I know what a fight is? You bet your fucking ass I do. One of the subjects that I saw on Facebook the other day I wanted to talk about was why when Chi Sao do people not look at their opponents and they look all over the place? And that's a great question, and I want to give the honest answer. Number one, it's one of the worst things you can do in your Chi Sao game, but it's also one of the best things you could do, and I'll explain why. Guys do it, men and women, they do it because they see their sifus doing it. And what it is, it's a display. Sometimes, not mockingly. When you see a guy looking off in the middle of distance, it is kind of almost, it's not disrespectful, but it's almost like, I'm that much better than you, and I'll pick up your sensitivity before you can fire off a shot. And I did, in my second Kung Fu school, Wing Chun, we had our top student there who used to do it, and I'll never forget the first time I Chi Sau'd him. I would Chi Sao him, and I would chase him like crazy. He would just go, interesting. And he was just being a condescending piece of shit. And I get it, because we all saw our sifus do it. Our sifus looked off in a different direction, and you would pick up sensitivity by what you were doing. So why it's a bad skill set is, if you fight that way, you're fucked. But here's why looking in a different direction other than your partner or who your Chi Sauing is great. Is if you habitually do that in Chi Sao, start focusing on your opponent. You need to put your intent center right at their sternum. Your sternum is everything in Wing Chun, or as far as theirs is. That's why we have the 5 points of the center line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6. We have it so that all of movement comes from that sternum, right, where the heart is, right? I can guarantee you 100%, if you Chi Sao and you're looking off into space thinking that you're going to pick up sensitivity, number one, what you're doing is you're putting yourself in a defensive mindset because you're looking to pick up what your partner's doing to you. You're not being aggressive. And again, I understand everybody's Wing Chun is different. You want to be a great Chi Sao player? Dude, then that's your goal for Wing Chun, and I 100% support it. But change your game. Look, Always look, this is one of the best things I can ever tell you as far as Chi Sao goes. Always, you have to be laser focused and beelined on somebody's sternum all the time. When Clint Cloyce from the Indianapolis Wing Chun crew first met me, oh God, was it 5, 6, 7 years ago? He had said I had one of the best recovery games in Chi Sao, and he's a bigger guy. There's two videos of him and I Chi Saoing up online, and he's throwing me all over. But if you watch, whenever I get pulled or pushed in one direction, my body could be thrown this way, but my head will always be focused on somebody's sternum, and boom, I come back to recovery. You get from the wooden dummy. That's just one of the places you get it. It's in the wooden dummy. But change your game, Chi Sao, and focus on someone's sternum. It will open up doors like shit you've never seen before. You will become more aggressive. You will get better sensitivity. Your positioning, your distance, your attacks, everything will change. So don't headhunt. Don't sit there and focus on somebody's eyes because it's head fakes. Where do you think that those come from? If you focus on somebody's chest, on their sternum, I promise you, your Wing Chun will change. You'll be like, holy shit. You won't be all the way out here Chi Sao. You'll be in here. You'll be tight and dirty, and you'll be like, fuck, I want to just eat this person's space. So one of the questions I saw on the Wing Chun forum, and I do read it quite a bit, but I'm never on it posting anymore because it's ridiculous, is why do students, they look off into the distance, or why don't they look at their opponent when they Chi Sao? Number one, we learn it from our Sifus because we watch them doing it. Number two, a lot of people think it's to test sensitivity. You want to test sensitivity, just blindfold yourself. Don't look off into the distance because you're then detracting and dividing your body's attention where center line goes. You still do need your eyes to fight in a lot of circumstances, and it does help, because that's where you focus on things. And again, too, you can talk about energetics. If you have somebody push into you, pull you in any direction, if you're focused on a specific object, it's very difficult for you to move. It's intent. It's intent, and that's where your energy starts, with the intent of where it's going. Hope that made sense. I'm looking forward for more discussion with you guys on Wing Chun, and I'll see you on the next video.